Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes US Open Preview. I, of course, am the perfect one, AJ. And here we are. It is US Open weekend. I can't believe it's finally here. I can't believe I'm talking about golf this much. But there is a lot going on in the golf world that does need to be talked about. Obviously, this is going to be the first major having to do with LIV Golf golfers that are going to be joining along with the typical PGA Tour golfers. And yeah, already a lot of controversy. Not really the best vibes going into the weekend, which is a little shocking as the U.S. Open usually is a great time at the country club in Massachusetts. But it starts this Thursday. This is not going to be a full betting show. That we will do our picks and betting later this week. However, this will just be a nice little overview because there's some shit to talk about. I will talk about some of the odds, but we'll go over some tee times and just kind of what's going on. The big story right now in this, besides, everything that has to do with the LIV Golf, but that would be Phil Mickelson's press conference. This is going to be courtesy of ESPN. Can't play the video. Don't want to get taken down. Haha. But Phil Mickelson coming out essentially saying how excited he was, how stoked he is to be back stateside playing in a tournament. This is going to be his first tournament since January that is in the U.S. So essentially his first, one of his first of the year being back stateside, seeing what lefty can do. But besides that, it was just kind of a weird press conference overall. Phil Mickelson just kind of seemed a little uneasy the entire time. I don't know what it was, but his statements about, I want to play for LIV, but I also want to keep my tour my tour card, my lifetime, because he's worked so hard to get these lifetime exemptions and his lifetime membership. And I get it, bro, I do. But you kind of drew your line in the sand, and I don't know if it's if you got any room to come back at this point. Even if LIV Golf was to completely fold, I don't know if the PGA would welcome you back, bro. I don't. This is kind of like when you're at the bar with your boys and you go out for a smoke real quick and the bouncer's like, dude, kick rocks, I'm not letting you back in. And you're like, bro, but I was just out for a smoke. And he's like, dude, get out of here. And then you start arguing with the bouncer, and then cops get called. But anyway, Phil, I don't know what position you're in. I don't know what you're going to do from here. But, bro, good luck, because if LIV Golf goes down, you got a nice paycheck to bounce back on and everything. But if you can't, you're not going to be able to golf again. And what? You're going to go on the senior tour? You're not going to be able to do that because it's sponsored by it's ran by the PGA. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. Also, I do think it's worth noting that Charles Schwartzel, who won the London Invitational for LIV last week, he will not be in attendance at this tournament, did not make it. Just wanted to go ahead and throw that out there. Also, oops, that's bad. I do want to also mention Rory McIlroy. He also had comments at the press conference regarding the U.S. Open. And he is essentially saying PGA players who joined LIV took the easy way out. That is a big statement coming from a big name who just won the RMBC championship last week, this past weekend. Excuse me. Shout out Rory for doing that. But yeah, I kind of get it, bro. I do. You and all of these players that are still on the tour, and even these guys that took LIV money and are on their tour, you guys have been cutting your teeth, putting in the hours to get this tour card, to get these chances to play in these tournaments and everything like that. And now you're just going to take the money and go, bro? And, I will agree, it does seem like the easy way out. But with that being said, Rory, I appreciate your stance behind golf and the PGA and everything, but something's got to give. Because Rory, don't get me wrong, congrats on winning all these championships and, making the cut and these top tens and everything. But these guys who aren't there yet, they're still cutting their teeth. They're not making any money. And I get it. That's paying your dues and all that bullshit, okay? I've been in the wrestling industry. I get it, bro. However, if this is a big organization, okay? As an indie wrestler, yeah, you're getting paid peanuts because you're cutting your teeth. Okay, this is the PGA Tour. Probably it's the most respected and the name in golf, and they're not paying their players a salary. That's ridiculous. And so what? They have to keep all the ad money and everything? The NFL isn't even that greedy, and they have more money than they know what to do with. So I get it, Rory. It is the easy way out looking from that perspective. However, bro, you got to get with the times a little bit here. Appreciate you standing behind what you believe, but whew. Yeah, and that's kind of where it's at right now. Just drama everywhere in the PGA. In golf. I can't even just say the PGA anymore. I got to say in golf. It's unbelievable. But with that being said, I got to talk about the lines because with every sport that I cover, I take a look at the lines after I read into everything and get my bearings. I got to talk about, like, some of these lines are mind-blowing to me. And the first one, before we get to the lines, let's talk about the participants. Who from the LIV Golf tournament is going to be participating in this tournament? It's going to be Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Sergio Garcia, Kevin Na, Taylor Gooch, Louis Oosthuizen, Bryson DeChambeau. So, you got a field of, 8 guys? 7 guys, I can't count. You got a field of 7 guys from the LIV tournament who are going to be in here. I probably missed a couple names that aren't as well known, but those were the ones that I could find. And let me tell you, they are long shots. All of them when it comes to betting odds and everything. We're talking Phil Mickelson at plus 22,000. Sergio plus 21,000. Kevin Na, another 22,000. Gooch, 9,000. Oos, 7,500. Bryson, 12,000. So here's the thing though. They played terrible last week, so I understand why their odds are so bad. However, you got to start to think, how would they have played on Sunday? If they had one more round of golf, they had 18 more holes. How would they have played that last day? Would that have helped? Listening to a lot of golfers talk, they usually, especially when they're winning, they make the cut, but they usually don't really get a feel for the course until that Friday or Saturday or Sunday. Especially when you get dialed in like that on a Saturday late in there and you're making a comeback, and then you get back out there on Sunday and everything's just hitting and flowing. Kind of lose out on that with only 3 rounds. But hey, again, I'm a big fan of the 3 rounds. It keeps it a lot more truncated. Also with the shotgun start, so I'm not going to badmouth it too much. But, for these seasoned veterans, like the Phils, like the DJs, like the Sergios, all these guys who have played the 4 or 5 rounds the 4 rounds their entire life. What are we doing? What are we doing here? You're automatically losing a day. You're losing points. You're losing strokes. So it'll be interesting to see how they will be able to balance being able to play in those 3-round tournaments and then these majors and everything like that. That'll be something to keep an eye on. And everyone at the top, I'll show you guys real quick. Everyone at the top is kind of who you assume. But all of the odds are just so long. I don't think the books really know what to do, and I don't think the bettors really know what to do. Usually when you get a major like this, you get one guy that's plus, a couple hundred, a 400, 500, 600 favorite. That's usually the overall favorite. But Rory McIlroy all of these guys being at plus 1,000 plus is unbelievable to me. And, that's one thing that's great about golf. You're always going to get plus money and everything like that. However, it also opens up, I think, for a lot more guys to be possible winners. You could be looking at a Tommy Fleetwood at plus 6,500 to win it. You could be looking at Oos to come out swinging and not playing like he did. He played very well last weekend in LIV, but still coming out strong and staying out there. You can see Hodge up there at plus 1,800. It really could be any of these guys. I'm not going to lie. I took a flyer on Andrew Novak because I was watching Step Brothers, okay? I just did it, okay? Plus, like, 220,000 or plus something like that. It was dumb, but we'll see how that goes. It was like a quarter of a unit. But still, you just do something like that in this type of a tournament because you really don't know who's going to come out top, who's going to be playing their best golf, especially until you get into days 2 and 3. And that's when you're really going to start seeing the odds reflecting where the finishes are and everything. But really, while we're here, besides the outrights, where you usually see all the plus money, you go to top 5, you're still seeing, plus 200, which is kind of rare because, if we were looking at LIV last week to top 5, top 10, you were seeing some minus money in there. Not really until you get to the top 20, you're seeing minus money. And that's because they're like, okay, there's just no shot that these guys, especially these top 6, have been playing golf the way they've been playing and not going to make the top 20 or at least entertain it. So they're not going to waste their time at plus money. So definitely shop around if you are looking to bet it. It's a good time. There's a lot of lines out there. Get the best ones you can. I'm going to be shopping around before we release our betting picks later this week for the U.S. Open. With that being said, if you've enjoyed our PGA golf and live content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It does help us defeat the YouTube algorithm, which we are trying so hard to fight. Follow me on YouTube at on Twitter at Brofict1 in the show at Degenerate Takes to know when we go live, know when we post new videos, and to stay up to date on all things degenerate. With that being said, I've been the Brofict1 AJ, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.